Okay, hey, welcome back to my channel. So I have another salon job horror story for you guys. So I'm glad that some of you guys, like I said, are enjoying these story times because I have a lot more to come. So this is episode 5. So this one is about me working in the salon. This is like me kind of fresh out of school or whatever, and it was located in the hood. They put me onto the floor as a stylist, and I had zero experience except for what I learned at school and what I knew from myself already. The owner herself couldn't really do hair unless it was like natural hairstyles, and then she took 50% of my money at the same time. So just keep all of that in mind. So they had me in there doing perms on people, kids braids, which I know how to do perms. I did it on my family many times, but kids braids, Owens, things like that. So yeah, and I was in like, I think that was like Southside Jamaica, Queens or something like that, and that's where Nicki Minaj is at, and that's where 50 Cent got, 9 times. So yeah, I was in the trenches or whatever, so yeah, I didn't even know. But stay tuned to find out what happened, and yeah, let's get on with this crazy story time. All right, so basically, like I said, the salon was like in Queens, close to Southside Jamaica, or in Southside Jamaica. I had to take the dollar van from Jamaica Center, if you guys know what that station is, up to my job or whatever. So basically, best thing about that job, literally, and I'm a foodie. If you guys don't know, I'm a foodie. The best thing about that job is across the street from there, like directly across, was this soul food restaurant. I went there every single day. And if you guys don't know, my favorite food is soul food. I love soul food, like love. So I was spending my little money that I made at that soul food restaurant every single day. It was crazy, but that was the best thing about that area. So anyway, I also met a cool coworker as always. The main girl in there, she would be doing like box braids after box braids. Like she probably did like 6 heads in one day or whatever. I was like, girl. She was like, you want to learn? I was like, I could do box braids, right? I just can't add the extensions in. Like, I just don't know how to do it. She was going to teach me, but I just was like, nah, I don't know, because I told you the owner takes 50% of your money, right? So if you're doing a head of box braids and they only charge you $150 for 6-8 hours of work, I'm getting half of that. So I just didn't see the point of me doing that. So I just was like, nah, I'm good. You could do the box braids. I'm straight. I said the boss didn't really know how to do hair. She knew how to do like old school natural hairstyles, but if somebody came in and said they wanted like braids with designs, or they wanted kids braids done, or even a perm, color, anything like that, she look at us. And if I'm the only one there that day, I'm the one that got to do it. Fresh out of school, just didn't know much except for what I knew from before school and what the little bit they taught me, basically. So I was just like, is this like normal? Like, I'm so confused by this. The main girl was off, and it was up to me. Like I said, whoever walked in and I could do it, I had to do it, basically. I was just like, oh, this is crazy. I was scared. Anything I did, whether it was $15 for the style, $20, she was taking half from me. Every single time she was taking half. And I believe I got paid in cash. It's always off the book. So that's how I made my money. It was no, I got paid $50 a day. It's based on the customer. So if I got no customers that day, I got no money that day. So keep that in mind. Yes, I guess it's better than you would say the $50 a day, but if there was no customers and if they walked in and I couldn't do the style, then I get no money. And I'm going up there and being up there for 8 hours, risking my life, because anything could have happened or whatever, and I make $0 that day. Most of the time I made money, but and tips wasn't really a thing. I mean, here and there sometimes, depending on what you was doing. But yeah, one day this guy had walked in. He wanted braids, but he wanted something that I didn't have experience in. He wanted like designs in his braids. He's like, I don't want no gel braids, which gel braids just like straight backs or whatever. I could have did that for him, straight backs. But the designs and stuff, I wasn't really versed in all these zigzags and circles and stuff. The other girl, if she was there, she could have did it, but he was like, nah, I don't want no gel braids. I was like, oh, that's all I could give you, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do it anyway, to be honest. I just didn't feel like doing that braiding that day, but yeah, whatever. Next client came in. She had wanted to sew in with a bang, which knew somewhat how to do sewing because I did my own hair. I just started getting sew-ins in school or whatever, but I started learning how to do it by myself. I knew that it wasn't that hard, but I never did a sewing with a bang. You really got to know what you're doing or whatever. So it was like, here, Crystal, you do it. I was like, I was in there sweating. I was like, the lights is getting brighter and brighter. The clock was ticking loud. I was just like, oh no, I wanted to go home at that point. I was like, they really got me doing this to this lady. Ain't gonna charge her $100 for this. And they gonna give me $50 out of it. Like, oh no. Did that. The lady was there for hours. Like I said, I was nervous. I was sweating, all of that. And that was the first and last time I took any sewing in that salon. Not having, perfected my craft basically, so I was just uncomfortable doing it. She didn't really like say anything bad, she didn't rush me and stuff like that, so you know, she was a cool client. I guess she knew that I really didn't know what I was doing. It looked good enough or whatever, like it's passable. If she went for the weekend, it's passable, but $100, you know, me, I would have charged her $75 because I'm fresh out of school, you know. They had me doing kids braids. Like I said, I did pretty good with the kids braids. I think the lady came to me twice with her granddaughters, so obviously she liked what I did, and I'm really good with kids anyway, so I was pretty gentle with the braids and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I did a good job on that. And I also did a girl, she was special needs or whatever. She was probably like 13, and I had to do a perm on her. If you guys know anything about perms, I've gotten perms myself. Like, if I was to drip that on her skin or in her eyes, that would have been really crazy. And she was moving, she was screaming, she was having fits and everything else. But I got through it. She got her perm. They was very thankful to me and stuff like that. So it wasn't as bad as I thought, but it definitely was not something for, I would say, a junior stylist to do. Even though I've done perms before, but that was a special case because she was special needs and she really didn't understand what was going on. She wasn't comfortable with me, different things like that. So that took a long time for me to do. So they was putting me through the ringer and taking 50% of my money basically. So it was crazy. So all in all, with that job, I would say that it was okay. But it was just too much pressure for me, like straight out of school. And my school actually set me up with that job. I think that was like, I don't know, I think that was like one of the first salons like out of school, besides the first one I told you guys about that was in the city or whatever. But yeah, like I said, it was a very dangerous area, and the owner couldn't really mentor me because she really was just like the business section of it, like the business part of it. She really couldn't tell me like, okay, well, this is how you do box braids, or okay, this is how you do sew-ins and stuff like that. Watch me, I'll teach you and you'll learn. You know, I couldn't really learn much unless I learned from the other girl that was there doing box braids. And she couldn't really like teach me, just like watch what I do and then you do it, you know? So I don't know, but like my school would send me some crazy places. Like when I found jobs on my own, I found like 100 times better jobs than the school placed me in basically. I just don't know like what they had going on. And I looked that salon up and it looks like it's closed down. I think it's like an event space right now or whatever. And I think she would send me to the store here and there to get like different supplies for the salon that she didn't have there or whatever. It was a crazy place. She was a nice lady. She was like a religious lady or whatever. So she was never yelling at me. She was always calm and everything was chill when it came to her and stuff like that. But like I said, if I did run into a problem with somebody's hair, how could she help me if she didn't know how to do hair herself? So I don't know. I feel like when you're a salon owner, you need to have a little bit of experience with certain things, not just know how to do natural hairstyles and stuff like that. You need to learn how to like braid. You don't have to braid with designs, but know how to braid, know how to do perms, chemical treatments and stuff like that, color, not just rinses and stuff like that. So it's a lot that goes into just, you know, owning a salon. I feel like I said, you need experience so you can teach everybody else around you, like you can mentor them and stuff like that. So I had my little station or whatever when I came. I might show you a picture of it. Nah, I can't do that. Even though it's closed down, but should I show you? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna show you whatever. But yeah, I don't know what happened, why the place closed down, because she only had me. She had the other girl there, and I think she was trying to hire somebody else, or she did hire somebody else before I left. And I don't know like how long I stayed there. I might have stayed there for like the summer, and then I was like, nah, like, cause once summer is over, even though summer is a slow time, once summer is over and holiday time come after that, it's a really slow time. So I can't just sit here. I didn't have my own place at that time, I don't think so, but I can't sit here and come up here every day and not make no money. Like, it's just not gonna work for me. So yeah, that's pretty much the story. Everything that happened with that salon, the salon in the hood. Best thing about it was the soul food. Trust me, if I ever go back up there, I'm going to get some of that food. And I found a spot too that I used to go to, the soul food restaurant. So if I go back up there, I probably won't, but if I do, they're gonna be seeing me because that food was too good, I'm telling y'all. So anyway, ask me a question down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story, and I'll see you in my next one.